Yo, yo, digga dog, what's up? My name. Nope. Hello, my lovelies. Today we're going to be. Nope, that's not right. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the amazing book is Not on Fire. Nope, that's not what this channel is for. This is the wrong channel. This feels more natural. Hello everybody, my name is Helen and I'm having a crisis. If you couldn't tell by the channel name, that was redundant. Basically, I just wanted to do like an introductory video and introduce myself to you all, but I wanted it to be interesting and not just me sitting here and being like, name, age, what I'm doing, why I'm having a crisis. Am I gonna keep that in? Probably. And to be completely honest, I don't think I could handle that level of responsibility completely by myself, like me being wholeheartedly entertaining to you with my own ideas. Yeah, no, not there. Confidence will need to be here. Confidence is currently here. So instead of trying to figure out something clever to do on my own, other than that little intro bit, which I thought was quite fun, I thought that today I would kind of do the first time tag. Basically, I found a lot of different versions of this tag, so I took a bunch of questions from each one and pushed them all into this one mega one, and hopefully this video won't be too long because I want to hold your attention. Please don't leave. So basically, we're just gonna jump right in and you're gonna go from knowing absolutely nothing about me to knowing probably way more than you're comfortable about knowing about me. This isn't gonna be awkward at all. First tweet. So I have technically two answers for this. I had my original Twitter account and I only tweeted from it 3 times. The very first tweet that I posted from that initial account was waiting for life to take a turn for the better. Still waiting. As for first tweet that's on my current account, at James Phelps. This is kind of random, but I'm a huge fan, and it would mean the world to me if you would tweet me back. Thanks. If you don't know, James Phelps is who plays Fred Weasley in the Harry Potter movies. He didn't tweet me back. Your first YouTube video. Some of you are probably sitting there like, well, wouldn't this be it? You're wrong. Again, I have 2 answers for this. One that is intended for it to actually be a YouTube video, and one that wasn't, but it's still the first video of me that exists on the internet. For the one that was supposed to be me on YouTube, I have a booktube channel and I will link it down below if any of you happen to be interested in books. And my first video on that was a to be read video that I did back in October of 2013. And it's still live even though it's only like a minute and a half long, and I had just come out of the shower and the lighting is absolutely terrible. And I will link that video specifically down below. As for a video of me that's on YouTube but wasn't intended to actually be a YouTube video, I was in French all the way through my high school career, and one of the things we had to do at some point was make like a commercial, and we could either do it as a legitimate, like our own creation, or we could do a spoof of an existing commercial. So myself and my friend Elena created a Ratemans commercial. We did a French parody of one with our friend Marta, so I will link that video down below as well. It's awful, be prepared. First person I subscribed to on YouTube. No idea who I subscribed to first, but the 2 that I remember very clearly being subscribed to when I was younger were Smosh and Nika Hika. First Facebook profile pic. Another question with 2 answers. The reason I have 2 answers is because my very first profile picture was not of me. I used to use MS Paint and edit over top of anime characters to make them look like my own original characters because I have absolutely no talent when it comes to drawing. But I had just started doing it and I thought I was really good, and I really wasn't. And so my first profile picture was this horrible edit. As for my first picture that's actually me, I'm about 13 and I'm just waving at the camera while I'm wrapped in a towel. Do you still talk to your first love? And I've never been in love. What was your first alcoholic drink? Smirnoff Ice, followed very quickly by a strawberry margarita. What was your first job? Tim Hortons. So much coffee. What was your first car? She was a 2001 Cavalier, dark green, and her name was Tink. Who was the first person to text me today? And I think it was my friend Dylan. Who was the first person you thought of today? That was my friend Isadora. Where did you go the first time you went on an airplane? I went to Calgary to see my cousin graduate. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? My first best friend was the girl I mentioned earlier, Elena. I love her dearly. We still talk, although not as often. Where was your very first sleepover? And it took me a long time to think about this, but I realized it was at my cousin's. What was the first thing I did this morning? Check my phone. What was the first concert you ever went to? And that was Simple Plan with Mariana's Trench and All Time Low opening up for them. It was amazing. First broken bone. Never broken a bone. Go me! I'm gonna break one now because I did that. His first piercing. I got my ears pierced when I was 2 after begging my mom to let me get my ears pierced. And it was back when they still did it by hand, so I had this lady like shove an earring through my ear. And I hated it, so I took them out and they closed over. And then I got them pierced again when I was 6 and they used the little gun thing. First foreign country you've gone to. As a Canadian, the sad answer is the United States. First movie you remember seeing? Tarzan! Oh! I'm gonna hate myself for that. What is the first thing you do when you get home from work? And honestly, I take off my shoes and flop on the couch, but then as soon as I remember that I have it on, I take off my bra. Freedom! First kiss. I was 15, I think, and I went on a date with my then boyfriend to see a movie in the next town over. My mom drove us there and dropped us off. His mom picked us up and brought us home. He kissed me at the door with his mom watching from the car. First date was a boyfriend I had before the boyfriend that I kissed, but I never kissed my first boyfriend, if that makes any sense. But he and I got dressed up and we went to like this little family restaurant. First heartbreak, probably finding out that Pushing Daisies had been cancelled after 2 seasons, even though it won a couple of Emmys. First time I almost died. I was 2 or 3 and A&W was giving away these like huge lifesavers that were A&W root beer flavored. I decided to show off and try to swallow one whole and I ended up choking on it. But the first CD I bought with my own money, I'm not sure if it was American Idiot by Green Day or if it was Meteora by Linkin Park. And finally, first video game. And if we're talking about ones that, like first video game I played, then it was Sonic the Hedgehog. The Sega, followed very quickly by the Tick. But if we're talking about games that I bought for myself to play, then Crash Bandicoot Warped. So there we go. You know a lot more about me than you probably ever wanted to. I guess I'll see you hopefully soon with a new video. Bye! I need to think of an outro.